the stream on. It's still stuck on video class 1 for Discord. I wonder what's going on there. Okay, everybody's online. You're still complaining about my keyframe. I don't know what you want. Like, I'm getting online pretty fast since I've got Pro for the rest of the month. Like, I only got Pro for 1 month, so... Got 2 people on Periscope, 1 on Twitch. I can't see any of your messages right now. We will start in a couple minutes. With music and everything, so don't worry about that. Better music than what I'm humming right now. We start in about 2 minutes. You gonna refresh, yes or no? I gotta put you to public if I want to see comments. Oh my god, Facebook is slow. Oh my god. Remember when changing the status of your status only opened this tiny drop down menu, and now you gotta go in detail in a brand new pop-up window? I'm assuming you guys can hear me clearly. There, gotta move this ear because nobody needs to see my internet tabs. There we go. I kept the ticker, and because I'm a dork, I went ahead and put a little Halloween garland at the top of my screen because I feel like it. Siri thinks I'm talking to him. Oh, that is... There we go. And in case the song doesn't load in the chat, the song is Absoluta by Popski on Showtime 4. And today's empowering quote of the day on Pretzel.rocks is, "Be unstoppable today, like Jason in Friday the 13th, the game, but less murdery." You're not the boss of me, you don't tell me what to do. Hola Coco, ¿cómo estás? Alright, we got 2 people on Facebook, 1 on YouTube, 1 on Twitch. Though the one on Twitch I'm pretty sure is my bot. Is the music loud enough? Am I still... Where's my script? Okay, it's on this window. Okay. Oof. Sweet, 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 sweet. Oh, come on, I just turned you on. Don't tell me the battery's weak. Not like it matters, I got a big box of batteries next to me, but still. Why does it happen when I'm live? That's the question. So I got somebody on my personal YouTube and somebody on my YouTube page, and they just left. But then again, understandable, because trying to live stream on YouTube, on Facebook is shitty. Which is why Coco, who is my best friend, who usually talks to me on Facebook, avoids my live stream on Facebook like the plague. Because once again, it's horrible. But on YouTube, it's fine. Where's my script again? I am so easily distracted today. I got a really itchy eye. I've got medicated drops. I'm gonna put some more after. Coco, behave. Here I can put actual faces because it doesn't have to look like the actual people. Yeah, and sometimes, like, they censor the comments and they don't really need to because it's perfectly acceptable words. Despite me putting all my YouTube settings to not for kids. Ooh, what flavor is it? Sakura? figured. Because I never think of switching the fonts back when I'm done with a Mario comic page. Oh, Sakura, please. I mean, that's the fun part of sharing food online. You get an unlimited supply. Speaking of, what would you like me to get you for your birthday? Sweet. That's gonna make it tons easier. Anybody who's worked anywhere near plush toys right now are probably cringing. Oh, hi, kitty! But this is a thing that actually happened, and yes, I put it in as a two-parter. You will see why next week. This is called Ricochet by Abstraction on Pixel Minute Games. One of the volumes. I can't tell, the title is too long. It was even too long for the notification in the chat. Bah. Kitty works in retail. She probably understands this comic better than anyone right now. A little slightly insane music. Oh, don't tell me. No, I'm still good. I'm still good. Oof, I thought I had disconnected for a second there. Just people not being talkative or the chat not working, one or the other. Wrong layer. And I believe I talked about it a little bit in the last stream. Oh, slick is the perfect word to use in this story, Coco. Like, the store was as big as my ass. I watched him in detail put the toy back on the rack. I was not pleased. It's not because you're used to your baby's germs means everybody wants to share in your baby's germs. Coco's got my number. That's Shiro's there's no Wi-Fi in present chanting face. I say this to myself so often, I made it a design on my TeePublic store. Like, once the plush is bought, you can piss on it for all I care. But while it's still in my store, it's mine. A little respect, please. And for those wondering if I'm exaggerating with all the saliva I put on this Yoshi, I'm not. That Yoshi will never recover from this, at least until the next episode. Because I literally had several kits in the store. I had a repair kit and I had a cleaning kit because I couldn't trust parents. Sometimes the kids are dirty, that's true, but most of the time it's the adults. And he freaking knew that thing was defiled. He put it back anyway. Because I actually watched him look at it, notice how yellow it was from his daughter's lemon candy, and put it back anyway. Sorry about that. Of course, sadly, I say it's my store, but I didn't own the store. But if I did own the store, oh my god. It's not even that hard to go from my bad grace to my good grace. Because all he would have had to do, whoops, was bring me the toy and apologize. No, apparently apologizing is for grommets! That's all he would have needed to do. But no, he decided to be a dick. And as with everything, and every time I draw something like that, shitting on people that shit on me, if they want to complain, they are free to do so. Just not gonna take you seriously because you defiled one of my Yoshis. I'm doing great, Sir Lester. How about you? I think it's one of the rare times you had time to check one of my streams. If it helps any, I keep an archive on YouTube. I mean, there's one on Facebook too, but it's always partially muted because they say you're using music from somebody else. Well, no shit, I'm not a musician. Of course, I keep telling them I have a license to use this music, but you know Facebook, they don't give a damn. If this is not an argument to draw with reference, I don't know what is. This is a comic strip. This is a weekly webcomic that I post every Friday on Webtoons and Tapas. It's just that to make sure I actually do it on time, I live stream the making of and put the finished product up early on my Patreon. And what I mostly do is I draw it, I drink tea, and I complain a lot. That's the whole gist of my live streams. Usually on the first Saturday of every month, I also do a traditional art live stream called the monthly art color challenge thingy. And the thing with Bootleg cookies, it's all stuff that really happened. Except when I specify when something did not really happen. Like when I drew that comic where I ripped my sister's heart out. That did not really happen. She is alive, she is well. Yeah, and it took me forever too to find this radio station I'm using. Well, radio station, more like streaming station called Pretzel.rocks. And it is specifically music that I am allowed to use, that I should be able to use no problem because I have a license through them to use this music. But Facebook is still like, yeah, you're using other people's music. I'm like, no shit, do you realize how hard it is to draw while playing the saxophone? I do not recommend it. Hope you guys like Yoshi's because there's at least 2 other Yoshi-based strips coming after this one over the next few Sundays. Pretty sure it's not legal somewhere to put this much saliva on a toddler. This is me right here. And right here. That's me. Like, I'm sure Big Brother meant well, but don't do that. For those wondering why I'm drawing the Yoshi askew, the Yoshi's eyes askew like that, our stuff wasn't always brand name, to put it politely. You should see some of the Luigi keychains I rescued. Yeah, but as you can see, one of the trick is to make an under sketch to situate your body, and then when you pencil you can add the clothes, and then it can better follow the body. Of course, this is not the best example because bootleg cookie style is literally my fastest style, and it doesn't have to be realistic. Just good enough so that people recognize what I'm drawing, and that's it. I do offer some mini tutorials each month on my Patreon for patrons. And if anybody wants to complain that I'm pimping my Patreon too hard, you guys don't have a giant computer to repay to your mom, okay? I do, so I will pimp myself as often as I need to. I am effervescent and minty. Thanks for noticing. She is in her late 20s. While I am in my very late 30s. That was just one time and I had just woken up, okay? You'd say they were back in their natural state. Yeah, because I happen to be an only child with several siblings. Because we adopt a lot. It kind of fricks with people when I say I'm an only child, and then turn around and say I have a twin brother. Who's actually related to me, but I'm still an only child, and people are like, what? I could explain, but then what's the fun in that? Alright, gonna take a sip, and then we're gonna ink. Man, I love this stuff. Ugh. Oh, not here. There we go. That's a tapered pen. That's not what I want. There we go. The brush that I use for almost everything. Inker the Natural by Frienden. Oh, nice. It's always nice to have more artists. At least that's the way I see it. On my stepdad's side, they're pretty much all musicians. Surprisingly enough, most of the artists are on my biological dad's side. Except the biological person himself. My aunt is a painter. One of his brothers is a commercial artist. My mother used to draw, but she stopped because she didn't like to do it. To each their own. I'll disown her next week. My twin brother doesn't draw at all. My two sisters draw, and my youngest brother draws too. True, they cook. It's true. Coco's right. They cook and they play guitar. That's what they do. As far as I know, I'm the only one that draws digitally. But like I said, as far as I know, I'm pretty sure at least one of my cousins draws on her iPad. Of course, there's also the fact I'm related to a famous Huron painter, and I am so, like, ridiculously proud of this fact. He's got paintings in a museum in Montreal. I would like to see them up close one day. That is also true, Coco. I assume he was cool. And I mean, I assume, because he's not a very smiley guy in his auto-portraits. But I do know that my grandpa looked exactly like him. Yeah, and that's the thing when you're the only... Sir Lester, that's the thing when you're the only artist around. You go through school, people being your friends just long enough for the art class to end, you know? And then they just don't know you. They don't acknowledge your existence. But when it's art class, oh, will you do this for me? Will you help me with that? That was just, yeah, you had to give her that. She was having a good time. That's why most of the time, I say most because sometimes kids can be absolutely horrible, but this one was not. She was way too young to realize what she was doing. Her dad, however, should know better. Now, I know I've said I wasn't gonna draw a lot of school stories because they're mostly sad and depressing, but work stories? Oh no. There is no moratorium on work stories. Even if I'm angry, you gotta admit, it's some funny stuff that happens. It depends. Because I have to agree with you on most of it, because most of my art teachers, like, they weren't even art teachers. They had a theme on their paper, and you had to draw it, and that's it. I had one good art teacher. He had a thing on his paper, he looked at it, and he said, "We're not doing that, we're doing something actually interesting." Because, like, he was supposed to follow a class plan given to him by the government, but the government hadn't updated it since the 70s. And I know I'm old, but I was not 70s class old. And I had went to visit him one day at school long after I graduated. And he showed me what his students were working on. They were doing stop motion animation, and that's when he told me that the program hadn't been updated since the 70s, and that the government actually expected him to teach his students macrame. And I was like, what? Then again, I'm not surprised, because one time he showed us an animation on a reel-to-reel projector. I'm not kidding, reel-to-reel. It was even obsolete by the time I went to school, so I don't know why they still had that. And it was very obviously a 70s movies about a drug dog that literally turned to drugs. than the other teachers that I had in other class, because I was lucky enough to get this guy twice. Once in grade 8, I believe, and the other time in grade 12. And it couldn't. I remember the movie ended with the dog being homeless, and the only way he could get a high was chasing cars and sniffing the exhaust. Overhead projectors, I don't say, but the reel-to-reel, that was special. That's when you know we don't have budget, you know? Oh man, tell me about it. Like, we got a typing class in grade 11, and while we had quote-unquote modern computers, they were modern at the time. They were still big, blocky, and beige, but they were modern. Quote-unquote. At home, I had this software called Tap Touche that would teach you how to type. And it had all kind of neat little animations and stuff like that. But the one that they had in the school, they had the most basic DOS beige Tap Touche. DOS beige. Computer word, dad beige. Am I gonna say it? DOS based Tap Touche. Like black screen, colored writing. And I was like, are you kidding me? And I mean, I grew up with computers all my life. I started learning how to type and program as a wee little kid on the Commodore 64. But I never learned how to type like with your entire hand, even with the class. So when you see me typing super fast, you have to keep in mind, if I'm on a keyboard, I am typing with exactly 3 fingers. My 2 middle fingers and my thumb for the space bar. And that's it. When it's on my phone, it's my 2 thumbs. I have never learned how to type that with my whole hand. Yet I still manage to type extremely fast, so it's the result that counts, not the method. I learned to type exactly like my grandpa. Then, of course, a lot of people know I tend to learn fast, but if it's not fast enough, I will lose my attention and just mentally drift off. So what happened is I never learned how to type full hand, like just enough to pass the exam so I could get out of that class. But at the same time, when the teacher wasn't looking, I would open a text file and write a Dragon Ball fanfic. And then I printed it off at the end of the year. Oh, math was horrible. I still struggle a lot with mental calculation. Even the really easy stuff. And I had always failed math. One year I asked to be taken off the English class because well, if you compare to all the other kids, I still am, perfectly bilingual. But they refused to take me off English and give me double math on account of my math score was too low. I shit you not. That's what they told me. And that's what they told my mom. So of course I ended up failing math every year. Until they said I wasn't gonna get my high school diploma unless I go to adult education and take math there. Now remember, this is years and years and years and years of math that I could never understand. Took me a month to pass with high scores. Took me a month of adult education where they basically go, here's your book, here's the explanation, fill it up, bring it back. I literally had no time to zone out. And I was like, yes, that's exactly what I needed! And of course, the school system, you're talking to that, you're talking to the wall. Case in point, we can't give you double math because your score in math is too low. No. That's the candy she kept pulling out of her mouth. See, thumb, finger, 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 finger candy. And this is why I color my line art eventually.
Help! Help the Yoshi! Bum!
Bum 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 bum.
Help me!
2 p.m. Holy jeez, and I'm only inking. Looks like it's going to be an hour and a half one. For people who keep missing my stream, that gives them another half hour. God damn it. That's a damn shame. Oh, another sip and then we can start putting color. Yeah, I mean, I got a Hello Kitty mixer that I never use, but I would be sad if I couldn't use it, you know? You deserve an entire house. Which is making you go through. Hope you enjoy your receding hairline. And they're acting like there's no problem at all. I mean, she only flooded half the floor. It's not like she flooded the entire floor. And other bullshit like that. Now, for those wondering why I called this the yellow Yoshi, and it's obviously a green one, you'll see soon enough. Well, someone that doesn't flood, that would be a good start. Yeah, I mean, if she needs music that bad, she can just, like, do like me and get some Bluetooth earphones. I mean, sometimes it's an easy fix. But some people just don't want the easy fix. They want to annoy other people as much as possible. 6 years in retail's taught me that. They're only happy if everybody is as miserable as they are. Well, obviously, since she's too dumb to work a volume button. There was also this one time, but that was cute because that was like a extremely tiny baby. Like I'm sure that baby learned to walk like the day before. That's how tiny it was, and it stole a Donkey Kong plush. And her mom hadn't noticed. And the baby was just like ready to leave. Her mom was on the cell phone, completely ignoring the baby, and the baby grabbed the Donkey Kong plush and just walked out the store. No problem, nothing to it. And then I'm just like, I'm pointing and pointing. The mother doesn't notice, and finally she notices me, and I'm pointing at her kid, and she looks, and she's like, ah! Of course, she brought the toy back. Had another kid. This one was old enough to know better, to put it politely. And he had grabbed a Skylander, which I assume was not in his collection yet. And he started walking towards the exit. And I'm like inches away from him because I'm helping with his sister with the music machine. And then he looks at me in the eye and just books it! And I was about to run after him, but then I noticed he entered my sister's store. And I was like, no, you know what? I'm gonna wait. But I had shouted at him, wait! And I actually have a very, very loud voice that goes far. So my coworker in the other store heard me say wait, and then he saw a kid running into his store. And like not 2 minutes later, I see him pointing at my store with the boy walking the walk of shame towards my store. And he starts to explain, and I'm like, I don't care about the explanation. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. You do not run outside of a store with product like that. I don't care if you didn't even mean to steal it, because turns out he wanted to show it to his mom. If you want to show a product in a store to your mom, you bring your mom to the store. You don't... Because that's just training for him to get tackled at Walmart. Know what I mean? You don't run out of a store with product. I don't care. I'm trying to save you some trouble down the road here. Like, I understand the store is owned by the same person. You still do not run out of a store to go to another one. Running full tilt. You will get tackled by security. He was like, yeah, but nothing. I'm trying to avoid you getting tackled by security next time. That's what I'm doing. Shut up and listen. It's not just rude, it's mostly dangerous. Oh, you wouldn't believe. I don't even think we have loss prevention. We just have like really fast sellers. No HR, no loss prevention. Oh, but thankfully we had acupuncture. Woo! That's the best thing you can give to someone who's afraid of needles. Great decision. So if anybody's curious, in a way I don't miss that job. But then I remember how most people treated me, and you know what? Don't miss it at all. Like I was supposed to do a certain job, but then they started moving me around constantly. And as soon as I got used to one job, they would move me to another job and another job. And I had to struggle to do the one job that I was hired to do, and that was sell frickin' video games. Let me sell video games. Like literally, I was there on my first day for an interview, and I actually, like, as I was waiting for my interview, I actually helped a customer choose games. I wasn't even passing the time while waiting. And then we're gonna put you in the bag, we're gonna put you in the electronics, we're gonna have you study the phones. So if you're curious, I remember nothing about the phones. I'm like, but I'm here for video games. The job specified video games. Why are you not giving me the video games? Took me a little too long to realize they didn't want to give me the video games because I have a vagina. The amount of times I had to serve people that said, I want a game for girls. Okay, what does she like? She's a girl. I'm tired. I get that she's a girl, but I'm a girl too and I play Mario games. Does she like Mario? She's a girl. Do you not talk to her? She's your daughter. I'm like, you can't make me believe that's your daughter, that's your 8-year-old daughter, who should be able to do full sentences, specifically asked you just for a game for girls. That is not enough for me. Because of course, the way that these games are marketed, yeah, just like Coco said, the way these games are marketed, you think the girl will want, like, Coco just said Barbie and Nintendo dogs and like Lilith's Pet Shop at the time and stuff like that. But what if she doesn't? What if you think that's what she wants because she's a girl? Because I don't know for you, but when I was 8, you know what I used to play with? Barbies, yes. But also Ninja Turtles and Transformers. That's why I balk so much every time someone asks me for a game for girls. What does your girl like? If your girl like girl games, then yes, I have girl games. It's not that hard a question to answer when you actually communicate with your child. We are almost done. Man, the music is really low for this one. I'm not gonna put it up in case it decides to be super loud on the next song. Just gonna check if the Facebook... Well, it looks like I haven't even started on the Facebook, but it's probably crashed. But we're almost done, though. No, wait, what am I doing? That one's a word bubble. In the text. There we go. Doesn't look like it. I'm actually in a pretty good mood. We're almost done and it took an hour and a half. Oh, I'm missing an asterisk here, and fixed. I'm missing some yellow there, so I'm gonna fix that. And I already forgot where the missing yellow went. I'm gonna fill up some. There it is. I don't know what she was eating, but it was one juicy candy, I tell you what. There we go, and I believe with that we're done. For reals! For realsies! Oh, look at that, I forgot something. I'm on the flats, yeah. Yeah, we're good to go. Super, super nice. Nice, nice, nice. I'm always happy when I get to finish something on time. There we go. And as usual, with every end of stream, extra special thanks to my patron, Paul K. Your continued support helps tremendously. You have no idea. And I'll see you guys next Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I hope you had fun watching me draw. I know I had fun drawing this. And I love you all, and I'll see you guys